Institutional capital in crypto derivatives faces a structural dilemma. High-frequency trading desks require the millisecond execution latency of centralized exchanges, but tightening global compliance frameworks are increasingly pushing large-scale capital towards decentralized infrastructure. Following the 2024 settlements with United States authorities, centralized giants operate under intensive Department of Justice monitoring. These strict compliance mandates mean centralized exchanges cannot legally launch highly experimental, high-leverage on-chain derivatives without triggering immediate regulatory enforcement. To capture this market without risking compliance violations, the world's largest exchange opted for a different strategy. They incubated an entirely separate decentralized entity. This project secured a seed round from YZ Labs, formerly Binance Labs, in November 2024. Binance founder Changpeng Zhao has publicly endorsed it as his preferred perpetuals venue, even disclosing a personal holding of over 2 million of its native tokens. That incubated project is Aster. Initially a multi-chain aggregator, Aster migrated to its own sovereign Layer 1 blockchain, designing its API and structural endpoints to precisely mirror Binance's centralized trading engine. Aster operates as a sophisticated shadow infrastructure layer. It allows professional market makers to deploy their centralized trading algorithms directly onto a decentralized ledger, bypassing direct regulatory crosshairs while maintaining familiar execution mechanics. On standard public ledgers like Ethereum or Arbitrum, executing large derivatives trades creates a structural vulnerability known as the transparency trap. Because order books are public, they broadcast trader intent to the entire network before the transaction is finalized. This plain-text leakage leaves institutional block trades highly exposed. Automated bots read the pending orders and execute front-running strategies, sandwich attacks, and coordinated liquidation hunts, continuously siphoning value from the original trader. In early 2026, Aster executed a structural pivot to eliminate this vulnerability. They migrated operations away from public aggregators and launched a sovereign network layer called Aster Chain. This map details Aster Chain's underlying hybrid consensus model. It operates on proof of staked authority, merging the economic alignment of standard staking with a strict permissioned validator reputation system. To process cross-chain deposits and internal state updates rapidly, the network uses a pre-confirmation mechanic. The protocol requires 3 out of 4 validator nodes to sign off on a transaction, bypassing the latency of broader network consensus. This specific node aggregation engine achieves exceptional performance. It processes up to 100,000 transactions per second with a block target time of 50 milliseconds, while entirely eliminating execution gas fees for the end user. These metrics establish direct technological parity with established application-specific competitors like Hyperliquid, which relies on its own custom Tendermint architecture to achieve similar throughput. By controlling the base consensus layer, Aster strips away the inherent sluggishness of multi-chain DeFi. Traders get the millisecond execution speeds of a centralized exchange without ever relinquishing cryptographic custody of their assets. Aster divides its execution pipeline to service different demographics. For institutional desks, it routes trades through Pro Mode, an advanced central limit order book interface. To shield these large institutional flows from public view, Pro Mode integrates an account privacy function secured by zero-knowledge proofs. When a user submits an order, parameters like limit price, volume, and position direction are encrypted off-chain. The system cryptographically verifies the validity of the trade without ever exposing the plaintext data to the on-chain ledger. Simultaneously, the network routes the transaction through a single-use stealth address. Using a fresh address for execution breaks the linkability between a trader's primary public wallet and their historical trading behavior, completely masking the origin of the capital. To reconcile this deep execution privacy with regulatory compliance, Aster implemented a viewer pass. This user-generated cryptographic key decrypts a selective historical ledger, allowing compliance officers to audit past trades without exposing active, ongoing positions. This cryptographic pipeline provides a major structural advantage. Market makers can execute massive block trades entirely hidden from the public order book, neutralizing MEV extraction and eliminating front-running risk at the base layer. Beyond execution latency and privacy, decentralized derivatives markets suffer from severe capital inefficiency. When traders open leveraged positions, their margin collateral typically sits idle, earning no yield while backing the active trade. Aster addresses this friction point through a trade-and-earn model, which transforms idle collateral into yield-bearing assets. The cornerstone of this system is USDF, a native stablecoin pegged one-to-one with Tether. This flowchart maps the capital efficiency mechanics. When a user deposits USDT to mint USDF, the protocol deploys that capital directly into a cold storage vault operated by Cefu, an institutional custody provider. Crucially, these assets remain under Cefu's strict legal custody. Instead of depositing the funds onto an exchange, the vault uses a MirrorX data link to reflect the capital balance inside a dedicated Binance subaccount, keeping the underlying asset insulated from centralized counterparty risk. Aster's automated execution engine then utilizes this mirrored capital balance. It simultaneously opens a spot market purchase and an equivalent perpetual short position for an asset like Bitcoin. Holding equal long and short exposures creates a delta-neutral portfolio. If Bitcoin's price rises, the spot asset gains value, while the short position loses the exact same amount. If the price falls, the inverse occurs. The capital is perfectly insulated from directional market volatility. The true purpose of this configuration is yield extraction. In crypto markets, long position holders typically pay a continuous funding fee to short position holders. The mirrored short positions harvest these daily funding payments, which are then distributed backward through the protocol as passive yield for the original USDF minter. Aster applies a similar compounding principle to native tokens. Users staking BNB receive a liquid derivative called AsBNB, which automatically farms centralized Binance launch pools and validator rewards. The technical breakthrough is that while these assets generate off-chain yield through automated strategies, users can simultaneously post them as active margin collateral on Aster to open up to 100x leverage positions. Aster has effectively engineered a compliant liquidity conduit. It allows decentralized traders to aggressively farm the deep liquidity and funding rates of Binance without ever officially depositing their funds onto a centralized exchange. Operating this complex infrastructure requires an economic engine driven by the Aster token. In early 2026, this engine was severely compromised by linear token unlocks, releasing roughly 78 million tokens monthly, flooding the market with structural sell pressure. This chart illustrates the protocol's April 2026 response. The development team abruptly terminated the linear unlock model, slashing monthly supply emissions by over 97%. They replaced it with a reward-based staking framework, strictly capping new emissions at 450,000 tokens per week. To complement this massive supply cut, Aster implemented an aggressive fee reinvestment mechanism. The protocol diverts 80% of all generated trading fees directly into market buybacks of the Aster token. By mid-2026, this system had repurchased over 266 million tokens from secondary exchanges, permanently burning more than $123 million worth of supply, theoretically pushing the asset into deflationary territory. However, analyzing the protocol's fee generation reveals a severe quantitative vulnerability beneath this deflationary success story. The economic design relies on a strict reflexivity loop. Protocol trading volume generates fee revenue, that fee revenue powers the buyback engine, and the buybacks sustain the token price. If volume drops, the entire cycle unwinds. We can measure the stability of that trading volume by analyzing the volume-to-open interest ratio. While competitor platforms like Hyperliquid maintain a healthy ratio of 1.57, Aster's ratio registers at an extreme 4.74. In derivatives markets, a ratio this elevated indicates that a massive portion of daily trading volume is not organic directional risk management. Instead, it is driven by automated algorithmic accounts executing wash trades specifically to farm protocol incentives. This exposes a highly fragile foundation. If protocol incentive rewards taper off and those wash traders exit, platform volume will crash. Without that volume, fee revenue vanishes. The deflationary buyback engine stalls out, and the token is left completely exposed to rapid price depreciation. Aster is a brilliantly engineered, yet deeply precarious machine. Its architectural ingenuity is undeniable. The development team successfully built a sovereign, privacy-preserving base layer that seamlessly routes decentralized liquidity into centralized delta-neutral yield strategies. Yet this hybrid approach introduces severe structural vulnerabilities. By routing multi-chain capital off-exchange, the entire yield apparatus relies heavily on single points of failure within Cefu's institutional custody and the MirrorX data mapping system. Furthermore, the platform invites intense regulatory scrutiny, offering 24/7 synthetic trading on traditional corporate equities like Tesla and Apple, with up to 1001x leverage, places Aster squarely in the crosshairs of global securities regulators. But the most immediate threat is internal. As the protocol approaches the tapering of its Stage 6 incentive rewards, the massive volume propping up its buyback engine will face a definitive stress test. Aster operates as the ultimate high-performance proxy for a heavily restricted centralized giant. Its long-term survival now depends entirely on one metric: whether it can convert its mercenary, farming-driven volume into sticky, privacy-dependent institutional flow before the economic reflexivity loop snaps.